Hello, my name is Ibrahim Bermashon, and I'm currently a student enrolled at Northern Illinois University. And on my TED Talk, I'm going to be talking about an issue that's near and dear to my heart. So, as I'd like to say, I'm a Palestinian. I come from the land of Palestine, or as is also known, the land of milk and honey, which is a bit, ironic considering the situation and the conflict it's in. But I digress. As I come from a village not too far from the city of Hebron, which is known to have the most of, not I'm using most of the conflict, but like a good chunk of the conflict is in that city. And as I would, my own experience being there sometimes, I would see it outside the glass windows of my grandparents' home. But me being a US born citizen, that wasn't really the case for me, as I lived halfway across the world and the rest of my family was in Palestine. And, also the fact that them living in Palestine, not very safe in society where, anytime their life is at risk, could be at risk. And also, just imagine the thought of your loved ones having a gun pointed to them, the barrel touching them, knowing that fair and well, their life is one click away on the trigger. It definitely puts me uneasy sometimes. It makes me uneasy sometimes, but also makes me feel blessed. Blessed that I live in such a society that we're built around being safe. The fact is that I could go outside and enjoy a walk and not worry about if I'm gonna die or not. That makes me feel super blessed. And I'm glad that I live in this society. But also, me being Palestinian, one of my best qualities is not being complacent and making sure and knowing that no is never an answer. And that the fact is that I live in a safe society and my family doesn't mean I will stop fighting for their right for freedom and the end of this apartheid. Being Palestinian, you see a lot of terror, brutality at a young age. That's what you're grown up about. Freedom, the thought of freedom and safety is really only a dream. It's a hopeless dream, but they all dream for it. And they're all trying to fight for it. But they know that they can achieve it someday. They have hope. A strong quality of the Palestinian people. I would know. As a child, if someone told me no, if I was in school and someone told me you can't get that or you can't do that, that word no would be removed out of my head, replaced with yes, you could do that. And all I would care about was hoping that I can get that done and achieving what I can do to make sure I get that done. But living in the US, you definitely feel disconnected from the homeland, from Palestine. But there was nothing like going back in the summer days, seeing the beautiful mountainous horizon with grape trees laying in front of you, as you can see the beautiful sun sitting onto the horizon. And all of that was like watching God make art in front of my eyes. But you think with all that beauty and all that, just something that like mankind can never make and only God could make, you wouldn't think that the ugliness of the apartheid would come from it. Okay. Knowing that my family dealt with this occupation of apartheid every day was an eye-opener. But as I grew older, and started to realize that life is short, I should reconnect with myself, my identity, I started to reconnect with Palestine. I would eat its foods, which my mom would cook all the time, but embracing the food, not just eating it because I need to eat, but embracing the food. Or watching just something to get, watching videos about it, listen to its music, see forms of media about it. But I was never really trying to disconnect from Palestine. You see, being a firstborn generation American, it makes it hard, especially as a young kid. It was hard to be different. Kids would bully you. They make fun of you if you're different. You have to fit a certain form, which is true to today's society. A lot of people want to fit this certain form and don't want to be different. So I was trying to mold myself into being a normal suburban kid that didn't have really anything different. But then until I got older, I realized I don't care about that. I need to be myself. And Palestine was myself. So the people I loved I would consider my friends, I would show them myself. I would show them Palestine. But I wouldn't show them just the beauties of it, which is the great part. Everybody wants to know the beauties first. But they needed to know the ugly. The uglies. They need to know the occupation. They need to know the apartheid. They need to know I needed to show them how, in a matter of seconds, you can go from chilling on your couch, watching, your favorite show, next thing you know, you're dead on the ground. Or the fact is, your home, in a matter of a minute, could be demolished by a bulldozer. Or the fact is, you see that street over there? I can't go there. You know why? Because the occupation says no. I can't go see my family across the street because the occupation says no. Oh, I want to go see one of the most holiest sites in Islam. Oh, I can't. They won't let me. This was a form of protest of the occupation. To let other people be informed helped grow the solution, bringing freedom to Palestine. As we know, education is one of the greatest forms. Being educated is one of the greatest forms of protest. If you are educated on a topic, you have the best chance of succeeding at a solution that topic is trying to solve. But I would say, by being a Palestinian American, I was blessed with a lot. I had a beautiful culture that I could show various people from various parts of the world that could spread it to their families from other parts of the world. So the word of Palestine got spread because of this melting pot of the USA. They got to know the beauties of it. Its elegantness, I can't even say that right. But they also got to see its ugliness. And that's where true freedom comes from, education. Me advocating is one of the first steps to ending the 70+ year occupation that my people have been through and seem to have no sight and end. but I know deep that my steps will help end it. Thank you.